statistic. 89% of all the black people in America were born after 1965. That's profound. That means they've never lived in Jim Crow America. They never saw the Black Power movement. They never saw the Civil Rights movement. They don't, Emmett Till and Medgar Evers and Martin Luther King, their assassinations and murder are not part of 89%, 87% of our lived experiences if you're black. Most black people today think Martin Luther King was a hero. And because we got a holiday and white folks talk about the dream, Martin Luther King was the most reviled black man in America in 1968 when he was murdered. Okay, white folks thought he was terrible, and if you were young Mike Jones, you thought he was too slow. Okay, that we was moving on to something else. And in America, he was trying to change. We didn't think it was worth changing. So literally, he probably on that day in Memphis in April, he's very much alone. Mm-hmm. Another guy that's a hero, and everybody talks about him. He's the greatest and stuff like Muhammad Ali. Greatest heavyweight of all time that we never saw at his peak, because he couldn't fight because of his stance on the war. White folks could not stand, the United States government could not stand Ali. None of these men have been repackaged and homogenized to be part of the myth or fantasy of America.
Mm-hmm. But it's literally like the sanitation that Lee was talking about.
Right, exactly. And so to me, if I were teaching a course, I would make all the black folks, if I was teaching a black studies course, I'd make everybody read that letter. And until they could dissect it to understand what he's talking about and why and how you do, till you understand how to think like that, you're always going to be a victim in there, because you're up against somebody who's always evolving in terms of how they oppress.